Welcome back to Hooligan Nation, a KISS-Centric podcast. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Rocco.
And we are back for another midweek segment of all new material. This week's topic is going to be about the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominations, which just came out. Now, we should all know that the Hall of Fame is kind of a sham. We have already done a full episode discussing the Hall of Fame, which we will link to this video at the end. And please feel free to drop your nominations in the comments below or leave them in our Facebook group, as we are going to make our nominations right now. There are 14 nominees, and according to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame website, as many as 7 nominees can enter the Hall in any one year. The nominees are as follows: Bad Company, The Black Crowes, Mariah Carey, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker, Billy Idol, Joy Division / New Order, Cyndi Lauper, Mania, Oasis, Outkast, Fish, Soundgarden, and the White Stripes. So what do you think about the list of nominees?
A lot of big names on there.
Let's go down this list. We'll do this very simply. A yes or no. Well, it probably won't be simple, but Bad Company.
It's a definite yes, and we only can pick 7, right?
Only get to pick 7.
Bad Company is a definite yes.
I think Bad Company is going to be a yes for me. The Black Crowes.
Yeah, I would say so. Based on the list, maybe like put the list out there. Well, you already did put the list out there.
I did.
Yeah, I think I would say it's hard because what criteria are they rating them on? I mean, the Black Crowes made their mark. You know, they were had very big commercial success, but is it based on how many albums sold? Like, well, again, the criteria is kind of fuzzy to me, but I mean, I would say probably yes to Black Crowes.
Yeah, I'm a definite yes for the Black Crowes. Mariah Carey.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. You got to put Mariah Carey in. Don't talk to me about rock and roll or what genre it is. Mariah Carey transformed music for a large portion of time and was an absolute superstar. And I put her, not that she's at the same level as Madonna or Whitney Houston, but I put her in the same kind of category that if you're going to put them in, you got to put her in.
Well, you said a key word there too. Like, I think that to be less confusion in the Hall of Fame, if sometimes in some sort of way they categorize it too.
Yeah, I think that, and I'm not sure if I said this or for that matter, if you said this in our Hall of Fame episode, but I don't know why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame can't take some lessons from the Sports Hall of Fame. Like, there's criteria. And in the case of certain acts or bands or performers, like there are certain numbers where you hit the number and you're getting in the rock and roll, or you're getting into the Hall of Fame. In baseball, you get 500 home runs. You're getting in the Hall of Fame unless you get caught using steroids, in which case, well, we'll see how long that takes before they allow them in. But, 250, 300 wins for a pitcher should get you in there. Like, maybe if they had some baseline numbers, I can tell you this much. If they had some baseline numbers like that, KISS would have had to been first ballot Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. And for that matter, Mariah Carey, there wouldn't be any questions because I don't know how many records she sold, but it was a lot. Chubby Checker.
He's on my list. He's in my 7. I said yes.
I'm gonna say no for him, and I'm gonna plead ignorance. I don't really know much about him, so he's a no for me. Here comes a complicated one for me though. Joe Cocker.
I mean, he's a legend. He's not on my list, but I wouldn't be fighting you if they did put him on the list. I mean, he's had some legendary songs. Again, the criteria is where you get fuzzy. How much the sales and and stuff like that. So like again, it's a tough one.
Joe Cocker. Yeah, I'm gonna be a yes. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be a yes for Joe Cocker.
it's definitely not something I could fight you on. I mean, he's got "You Are So Beautiful to Me" as a legendary song. I don't know a lot of his stuff, but I also know that he's got his name is legendary.
Let's all rebel yell. Billy Idol.
That's a slam dunk.
Yeah, slam
Absolutely.
dunk. Slam dunk to me too. Was one of the owners of the 80s.
Absolutely.
So you can't not have him. Now I'm gonna say right off the bat, this is a no for me, and it's simply a no because I don't know who the hell Joy Division New Order is.
Yeah, that's a no for me too. I'm not really sure who they are.
Cindy Lauper.
Slam dunk. She's definitely in.
Slam dunk, yes, for me too. Same as above, Billy Idol, one of the owners of the entire decade of the 80s.
Absolutely.
She's absolutely a rocker in every single way. Ignorance again, Mana or Mania, don't even know who they are.
Same
Can't
here.
vote for them if I don't know who they are.
Same here.
Oasis,
No, no for me. I think I told you before, like I do open mics, and if you think about Wonderwall, Wonderwall is like one of the most popular songs that people do at open mics. And I've been known to do it myself, but they got a big following. I think you were talking the other day or earlier today about they fill seats in stadiums, um, and their
yeah,
songs are popular. They have very popular songs.
last I heard, I think it was they have sold out 11 nights of Wembley Stadium, which is insane.
Yeah,
It's I believe it's just about 1 million tickets sold. Like that's that's a crazy for one spot. But they're still a no for me, and they're a no because I don't really like them, and my opinion is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is probably putting them in because of all the drama between the two brothers, and they probably want to dust up that drama in some way.
they like to stir shit up.
Right. Now Outcast.
That's a no for me. And by the way, Iron Maiden should have been there on every list before that, ahead of everybody except for Bad Company, in my opinion. But Outcast, I honestly, I'm going to plead ignorance. You know more about them than I do, but I don't. When I think of like rap groups, I don't think of Outcast as big as bands like House of Pain, Tupac,
Oh,
Dr. Dre.
House of Pain. It's unfortunate because House of Pain will never get in there, but you know,
Is Outcast? Would you say Outcast is bigger than House of Pain?
not to me, but I think Outcast was more popular than House of Pain, and probably part of that is people don't realize House of Pain only put out 3 records. I know Outcast. I like Outcast. I'm not voting for Outcast. I think maybe through time, see me 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I might actually vote them in, but they were never big to me. Outcast, I put somewhere like Nas. Who else can I? Like Nas is super popular and was never really my thing. I just think most of the rap acts that have been put in there have been more than deserving and conquered the world.
Well, you got Run DMC. I think LL Cool J
Right.
in there too, right?
Right. Run DMC, LL Cool J, NWA. Like whether you like that genre of music or not, like they were the top of the top. So to me, it's hard to keep them out. Outcast is not in that group. Outcast would be in a level below that. And I just think, look, I think no band that's a level below should get in earlier rather than later. It's the ones that are above, the ones that were at the top, they should get in right away.
Right.
Like
Well,
like a Mariah Carey, But like a Metallica, like a Bon Jovi, for that matter, Iron Maiden. I mean, these are bands that were at the top of the top in their genre of music, and when we're talking about bands like Bon Jovi and Metallica, they were at the top of the top, period. Like,
And how many years straight has Iron Maiden been a headliner? They're filling
oh,
stadiums, they're selling albums. I'm sure there's sales back up them belonging in there.
yeah, when they could track sales. I mean,
Right.
now it's listens on things like
Yeah.
Spotify, which just complicates this whole process a little more, I think.
To back to the Outcast point, like, rap is not my number one. Obviously, rock and roll, Kiss, and heavy metal is like my number one. But it wouldn't like make me exclude like a deserving, like say you put Eminem up there. I mean, it has to be something for me. It's have somebody that I've actually that you can't help but know who they are.
Right. And Eminem, and my bad for leaving Eminem out, because that's my bad, clearly. But Eminem is another one, top of the top, like conquered the world in every way. Yeah, you can't. And if you listen to that kind of music, you know that Eminem absolutely changed the game completely. He brought, number one, he brought equality. He's really the first white rapper that was accepted by everyone.
Mm.
And he was accepted by everyone.
And you know what? This that Hall of Fame. That's what basically to me, Hall of Fame is about, like groundbreaking and things like that.
And it should be it, and I said this earlier, it should be about inclusion, but that's too simple of me for that, I guess. It's too simple, period.
Again, we're looking at the grading system as a realistic point of view, and the ones doing the grading and getting people in there aren't always looking at it from the same perspective.
Well, that's the truth. 100%. Hey, Kiss Army, we work hard on this podcast and try to give you the best content possible. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, the podcast is now on all the podcast platforms. So please like and follow us there and give us some 5-star reviews. It really helps us out.
And while you're there, please let us know if there's any KISS related subjects that you would like us to cover in the future episodes.
Fish.
That's a tough one because I'm familiar with them. I've definitely heard of them. I don't know a lot about them, but I know what their genre is. They have a huge following. They've been around a long time. That's one that doesn't go to my list, but I think it's one that probably would be considered because of their influence. And again, they're in the genre that they're huge. They're like, it's almost like kind of like a Deadhead thing, like a Grateful Dead type of following.
Yeah, I don't like the Grateful Dead,
Well,
and
but it's the same, but they have a huge following. I'm just saying if you're
oh,
comparing, yeah, if you're comparing that stuff.
they this is going to sound very simple and stupid of me, but they played at the Sphere, and that automatically means that you have a huge following if you can play at the Sphere, because you don't play just one night at the Sphere. And I don't know how long they played there, but they played at the Sphere, so they definitely have a huge following. They're a no for me though, and it's just based on a fan perspective. I'm not a fan of Fish. I was not a fan of the Grateful Dead. I don't have anything against them. I just wouldn't vote for him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I feel like I'm very versed in a lot of different styles of music and everything like that. I've heard some stuff. It's never really appealed to me.
Right. Soundgarden.
Uh, this is a tough one for me. They're definitely on my list, but I definitely some favoritism because one of my all-time favorite singers is Chris Cornell. So to me, it's a slam dunk just because, I mean, number one, too, it's one of the coolest names ever for a rock and roll band, Soundgarden. Um, and they got some legendary songs by a legendary singer. So yeah, it's definitely a yes for me.
I'm not a fan of Soundgarden, but it's a yes for me. I do know about them. and I have heard them, and I did follow them. So Soundgarden is definitely a yes for me. And finally, we get to the White Stripes.
I know one song.
Yeah,
I can't really say. I can't. This is one I can't really judge. They're not on my list.
yeah, they're not on my list either for pretty much the same reason. And what do you got?
I have Bad Company, Black Crows, Billy Idol, Cyndi Lauper, Soundgarden, Chubby Checker, and Mariah Carey.
All right, I have Bad Company, Black Crows, Mariah Carey, Joe Cocker, Billy Idol, Soundgarden, and Cyndi Lauper.
On your list, who would you take out and put Iron Maiden in?
Right off the top, honestly, I'd take them all out.
Iron Maiden definitely belongs there.
Honestly, right off the top, I would take Bad Company out, Black Crows out, Joe Cocker out. I would take any of them to put Iron Maiden in, but if I had to, I'd wipe out that my entire list to get Iron Maiden in, just because I think they're deserving and they've waited long enough and they fit just about any kind of criteria that you want to possibly think of.
To me, just from my own perspective, I'd say the big three on there that are like a given that you can't, that there's no discussion really, that they're definitely there. Billy Idol, Cyndi Lauper, and Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. But with that being said, if you told me that I had to clear them out to put Iron Maiden in, I would clear them out to put Iron Maiden in, just because I think Iron Maiden is being snubbed,
Yeah, they're definitely being snubbed.
and it's kind of bullshit. It's not fair. If you told me this year Iron Maiden was eligible for the first time and they got snubbed, look, I'm not going to do that Eddie Trunk thing where, they deserve to be in, for his 100 reasons. I believe in the other half, which is do better and you'll get in. Well, Iron Maiden did better. You can't do much better than Iron Maiden did. So they're being snubbed, and it's probably, I'm guessing it's been at least 20 years of
You know,
getting snubbed.
and you know something else about them too? They weren't just an average band. I mean, Steve Harris is one of the best bassists of his time. They had one of the best vocalists of all time. They were a really good musician based band too.
Right.
Or still are.
Did great live shows, sold tons of records worldwide. That's just wrong. It's just wrong.
And they even did to get to the masses. They even did kind of like a pop inspired commercial sounding record.
Somewhere in Time, baby.
Yeah.
I love it. It
Yeah,
is my favorite Iron Maiden record.
It's not my favorite, but it's a good one. And
It's
I
my
like Number of Beast is
favorite.
my favorite.
My favorite Iron Maiden record. I love it. All right, guys. With that all being said, if you have an opinion, and we all know you have an opinion, because if you're watching us, you have opinions, drop your nominations in the comments below. And if you don't want to do that and you're on our Facebook group, or if you want to go on our Facebook group, drop it in our Facebook group somewhere in the comments to something. As always, if you made it this far, thank you for coming out and supporting us. Check out our Facebook group. The link is in the description below. And if you listen to us on any of the podcast platforms, please take a minute and leave us a review. If you are watching us on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, and leave us some comments. We're going to put some additional videos. I will put the link to the Hall of Fame episode that we did up somewhere here. And with that all being said, don't ever forget, if it's too loud, you're too old. Peace out, Hooligan Nation.